All right. Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Monotalk. It is April the 26th, 2024. Yeah, the world's crazy. Everybody knows that. It's just gone nutso. And what you saw earlier is what I need to say first is go to the FDA website and look at all of the products and drugs and medicines, right? Wait, hold on. I've got to fix this here. And medicines that have been recalled. You will be there for a long, long time looking at that list. It is fucking endless. And then they're finding more crap. And people are doing the research. And, it's like, it's ridiculous because, they're connected to these people, not Natalie and Clayton Morris. They're awesome. They really bring some good information. She's wonderful. It's just, she kind of gets caught up in the minutia of things.
The World Health Organization has made major changes to their pandemic treaty. So it's not the power grab that we've been freaking out about.
It's not.
It's still a power grab. I'm still freaking out, but less. So I'm not going to call this a win. No. I'm going to call it progress, because at least the WHO knew that we were hip to their plan to usurp sovereignty of all member nations. They're not trying to do that, but they still are trying to grab power.
Well, they're backing off. This is what's happening. Okay, so I hate saying the word "so," but there are people that work for the World Health Organization that follow social media, and they are paying attention to Twitter and Truth Social and a few other, places where you can actually speak your mind and not have some crazy woke nutcase freaking out on you, or some community guideline or anything like that. I'm on my 6th YouTube channel because when I started revealing what was going on with the WHO and Bill Gates and Fauci and all these other things, they didn't like what I was saying. They didn't like what I was warning people of. They didn't like people like me, which they labeled. They call us influence operators. And they shut us down. And, Ryan Christensen was in there. Nico House got shut down. A couple of, Hardlands Media didn't because they were taking the damn thing. I think they went after Jimmy a couple times. A few other people. I can't go over the entire list. Just go to thewf.com and then .org and you'll see the list of lots of YouTubes in there. I have a lot of people that were actually, jiggity checking ourselves before we wrecked ourselves. We were doing the research ourselves. And questioning authority and its sources at every turn. That's what you should always do. I mean, that's your job, is to monitor the people that you're paying for with your tax dollars. And they're telling you one thing, and you're thinking, well, that doesn't really make sense because this thing that you want everybody to take became completely indemnified, which means you couldn't sue, which is the first time in the history of any medical treatment that it was indemnified. You can't sue them if anything happens to you. And that's what really got me. And then I started pointing that out to people and started to listen to James Corbett, who got taken down a few times on YouTube. That had information that I thought was interesting, so I researched their information, and I came to realize that everything that was happening wasn't making any sense. To the extent of me not following their mandates, guidelines, suggestions, coercing people in a sense, all kinds of crap regarding this thing that they brought out in early 2021. And I just thought that it was just not a good idea. You know, just the stuff I was hearing from the person I was with at that time, my ex-wife, Stephanie, great host that I had on here. Just I wish she'd get back and do more. But, you know, I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully she will in the future and she's okay. But here's the thing, is we had a lot of information that was coming out. We were doing a lot of research. I was doing a lot of research. I hope at some point I gave people enough information or links to information to do the research themselves. And they didn't like that. They didn't like my perspective. They didn't like me questioning authority and all this other stuff, and they decided to take me down many times. I had hundreds of subscribers. I had a lot of people that were paying attention to the content that I was putting out there, and every time I tried to come back, less and less people were coming on because they're like, fuck you, they're just going to take you down again, Jim. It's just, you know, fuck, sorry, bro. And I get it for them not to keep going, but I've always kind of been, I wouldn't say spot on or 100% correct, but I could say that I'm in that direction of catching flack. You know, if you're not close to the target, they're not going to shoot their phalanx system at you. They're not going to, if you know what that is, they're not going to, you know, target you. But once you start getting close to the scam and you start revealing, you know, that it's all a scam and it's all theater, and they've used these tactics on us for a long time. You know, we've been indoctrinated to believe that mainstream media is the only source and the best source of information, and it's sad because I still see it to this day. And you know, not to be a Debbie Downer, but it's extremely hard for people to have that truth, that complete and unequivocal, you know, unchallengeable piece of information come at them, and they're just like, oh fuck. You know, like I think Mark Twain paraphrased in some way, it is harder to prove to somebody that they've been fooled than it is to fool them. Because it is easy to fool people. I've been fooled. I've been taken. I'm there. You know, I've been there. I voted for Obama twice. I went to the Green Party, and I find out that was the biggest fucking scam on the planet. And still is to this day. I know the Republicans aren't doing everything fantastic and wonderful for the 99.9% of the people on this planet. You know, and I do believe in state rights, and I do believe in you know, a higher wage and Medicare for people that need it and should have it, and M for all kind of guy. And I, you know, but and I do think that we should have trade schools. And we should have college classes that actually provide our country with employment, with jobs. You know, if you've seen Detroit, Michigan, it used to be Detroit City, man. It used to be back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. That was where we were making automobiles. That's where we... You know, all over the country, we were making all kinds of stuff. I mean, Silicon Valley was blowing up in the late 80s, early 90s, 2000s. You know, we were making a lot of technology. You know, we had people employed. They were working. There were factories. There were things happening. You know, like, and then which brings me to that skit that George Carlin did about stuff. You got to look it up. Just type in George Carlin stuff. And George Carlin goes, everybody's got to have stuff. You got to have stuff to put stuff in and this stuff, and you got to have more stuff. And then you got to make sure you block your stuff up so that you can make sure you can get to your stuff from your other stuff that you already have with your stuff. We are the greatest consumers on the planet. I brought that up a few times, which is not a great thing. And I want you to have, fun with your toys and your gadgets and your whatever you're doing out there. I think that's great, right? I want you to be able to be free with yourself and enjoy your partners or your husbands and your wives and wives and husbands, whatever. Just keep it away from the children. Let children grow up. Let them play with, Barbie dolls or Tonka toys or, plastic guns and, like we used to when we were kids. We used to. It's. But at a certain point, like I've said, just let them grow up first. Let them. The kids go through a lot of different ups and downs and variations. Probably until they're about 21, 2, 3 years old, and they start to see, hey, this is a fucking crazy place. I've been nurtured and brought up and protected, but now I've got to fucking do my own thing. And then at that point, go do what you want to do and enjoy yourself. And I always tell my kids, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you're fine. But when you start doing this woke stuff and these drag queen story time with toddlers and children, it's a little much. It's called grooming, and it's / pedophilia. It's bad. So just lay off, right? Just lay off a little bit. Just let them grow up. Let them go through their ups and downs and their emotions and stuff. You don't know if they're going to be what when they grow up, because a lot of people have changed their minds. There are people that were gay that became heterosexual. There are heterosexuals that became gay. There are bisexuals. There are all kinds of sexuals. But it's transitions, And I get it, but let kids just enjoy and have fun. Don't get them all into that shit. They don't need it. Let them enjoy playing it and having fun. Getting bumps and bruises and splashing around in the puddles and getting muddy and dirty and jumping around on trampolines and playing in the water and let them grow up and enjoy their lives before you decide, or some sick fuck in a dress that's 48 years old that wants to go into a little girl's locker room. Come on. Seriously, come on. That shit, which is all kind of pre-planned. There are sick fucks out there, but like I said, the Davos meeting in 2016, what was her name? Kelly Robinson, who was kind of infiltrated the Human Rights Act, which I had that sticker on my old truck. My nephew is gayer than gay. He's a bear for sure. But he's a wonderful kid, smart, and he's been with his partner for a long time, and they're very happy, and good for him, but he's not going to go read books to some child in some school to get them to be what he is, because he found that out later in life, right? I kind of helped raise the kid, but it just he wouldn't do that. I know he wouldn't, and I think he's kind of with me on that. I'm pretty sure he's with me. Let him grow up, because let people make their decisions and learn, get in control a little more of their emotions. There's so much going on. Once a child hits puberty, it's lots of stuff going on. So it's you can be there to just let them go through that process, and then wherever they want to go from there, that's up to them. Sure, take them out fishing, take them out if you want to go hunting, you want to go do those things. But if, later on they want to be gay, then that's just the way it's going to be, right? There's really nothing you can do about that. But don't teach them to be, wear dresses. I mean, to be this fantasy thing so they're not themselves. This whole pronoun thing is just fucking nuts, right? Don't call me a man, call me a he, she, a turtle of television. I'm a fucking, this one woman, she actually blinded herself because she wanted to identify as a blind person. So she blinded herself. This is how fucking nuts that got. So just let them go. Let them fucking figure it out themselves. And then you can say, hey, I get it. I hear what you're saying. I don't want, I don't really like being there. I don't like this thing on my body or whatever. But just hang on. It's just part of you. It's what God gave you. It's what the universe gave you. It's what the multiverse, however you want to say it. But you need to let them know how fortunate they are. This is the biggest thing. Kids need to know how fortunate, how blessed they are, how privileged in a sense of just being able to utilize this structure, this mechanism, this body, and all the wonderful things that it does. If you watch these great athletes out there, like from Nolan Ryan, a pitcher, to there's Joe Montana. Just think, that's where I'm at, Joe Montana. And Tom Brady, or great swimmers, like what's her name? What is it? Laura Gaines. Yeah, Leah Williams is the trans chick, girl, guy, whatever the fuck he is. Riley. It's Riley. Lisa Ray. Fuck, it'll come to me. But anyway, the last name's Riley. I know that. My point is this. Lay off. Let them fucking grow up first. Right? And don't be a fucking parental predator. Groomer. Just let them fucking grow up. For fuck's sakes. Our parents did. Right? When I was younger, my parents just let us get home when the fucking streetlights come on. Which is real. We didn't have fucking Xbox and PlayStation, or, Pong wasn't around till this is how old I am. Until I was, I don't know, 12, 13. And then we started playing, and then fucking Nintendo, and then Super Nintendo. We were playing fucking Mario Brothers. That was fun. Yeah, all I'm saying is there's a lot of crazy shit happening out there, and people are getting caught up in it, right? And I mean, I'm just saying this because there are more terrifying and horrific things on the horizon that we definitely need to be privy of, we need to be concerned about, and we need to be prepared for it, and we need to be ready to stop them, right? And I'm talking about the GPPC, the Global Predator Class, that's out there, that's being financed by the Demoncrats and the Rhipiglicans. And I'm not talking about if you're a Democrat and you vote Democrat. I'm not talking about if you're a Republican and you vote Republican. But these people are all in with this stuff. They see it. They're being paid by it. Right? And people just need to do their own research. And I love these people, and they do a great job. Right? But they also, let me get to this, and I'll show you this here. Okay. Right? And I'll show you this. So Clayton Morris, and this is it. This is where they don't want you to do this, right? The problem is the more you know,
them with you, and then you. If we have one rule on this show, it's that we don't.
Okay. The more that you know, the more helpful you can be. I've always said that. I think my grandfather told me that. And then in the same breath, you can say the more destructive you can be. That's true. You know, look at Oppenheimer. This movie won a fucking Oscar, kind of glamorizing. It just seemed like it was glamorizing, you know, the atomic bomb. Just fuck God, you know, it's just something you want to bring attention to, that it is bad. Which hopefully that was the case. But anyway, let's listen to what they have to say.
Don't know everything, and you should always go out and do your own research. I mean, that's why we have guests on the show on topics that we don't know anything about, or we have a maybe tangential understanding of it. So we bring on experts and we do deep dive interviews with these individuals to learn more about these topics, and then we try to share them with you. And then you can go out and do your own research. Well, the left really doesn't want you to do that. They do not want you to go out and do your own research, because you end up hurting yourself, and you might just end up swimming in fake news. Just leave the research up to the corporate media and shut up and believe what they tell you, and you'll be okay. You'll live a happy life. From climate research, gender research, to election interference and beyond, the corporate media has you totally covered on all of these topics. You don't need to think for yourself at all. No need to do your own research. Like, say, picking up a book or reading a scientific papers yourself and trying to understand the methodology involved in these papers. I've noticed a strange pattern emerging from the corporate media over the past few months, and I've been bookmarking a number of these articles, and I was like, what is going on here? As we head into the 2024 election cycle, I'm seeing more of these stories from the liberal press. The corporate media doesn't want you to think for yourself. Take, for example, the Washington Post. Doing your own research, quote, is a good way to end up being wrong.
And there it is, right? Now, if a source or anybody is telling, if I say to you, hey man, blah, 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 this is happening. Because I was talking to somebody at work the other day. We always have this really cool conversation, and we're not really on the same page. But I just, throw a little information in there every once in a while. And I said, no matter what I say or what I tell you, if you need to know where I'm getting my information, let me know. I'll give it to you. I'll find it. I'll give you the link. I'll give you the documents or whatever. Because I have documents and all kinds of stuff. I got in my clouds. I got in my computer. I've emailed them to certain people. I have this stuff. I have them on websites. And then I also say at the same time, you got to check yourself. Don't just take it as a grain of salt from me, but go check it out yourself. Because if you don't, then you're just as meek, malleable, obedient, and compliant as any slave would be. And you can't. You don't want to be that person. And this is everywhere. It's a plague across this planet, all over this country, all over this. It's pretty bad, and it's not shameful, pathetic, sad. I mean, the word is more astonishing. It's astonishing to know that there are so many people on this planet still that want to take another booster. I don't know. That's just fucking nuts to me. That is just fucking crazy. Right? It's okay. That's your choice. But if some other person is whispering in your ear going, you might want to look into that because it's not really doing well as far as the actual data that's been released. At that point, that person should say, "What? What are you talking about? Actual data? They're telling it's okay. It's not. From what I know, it's not. You want to know where to go to get the information? And boom, this is what happens. No. What are you, voting for Trump? What are you, fucking racist? Like, right off the bat. Right off the bat. That's where they go. All of a sudden, you're labeled as nuts, crazy, you're a fucking fascist, you're a homophobe, all this other shit, whatever. It's just this defense mechanism that comes out automatically, and it makes no fucking sense. Because it's right there. I want to say, oh, wait. Do you not want to know? Just a second. Now you're starting to throw labels on me, but you don't want to know. So let me just ask you this. If I gave you a toaster, right, and I said, hey, this toaster is dangerous, and if you plug it into your house, it's going to start a fire, you wouldn't believe me? Is that what you're saying? Or you just plug it in no matter what? Because say you needed the toaster. Oh, I need a toaster. Can you get me a toaster? Yeah, I got a toaster. But I'll tell you right now, it's going to fucking start a fire in your house. And that person said, no, I still want to use the toaster. Do you kind of get that nonsensical lunacy there? Come on. It's that point where I experienced this on Facebook and Twitter and whatever with people, and even my family members and friends, which some of them I think have came around. Maybe they're too prideful to say, Jimmy, you were right. James, you were right. Jimbo, you were right. Jim, you nailed it, bro. Right, you nailed it. It's I don't care. I'm not trying to get any accolades or an applause or a fucking medal. What I'm trying to do is just help, save, alert, throw some caution into the wind. But for some fucking reason, these people are completely, and Matthias just look up mass formation psychosis. He's been on with Jimmy Dore and a few other people. He was on recently with Dr. Drew, which a lot of people I know in Southern California, Dr. Drew, that's where he started. K-Rock. K-R-O-C, or was it K-R-O-Q? K-R-O-Q, sorry. Which I think still exists, but that's where Dr. Drew came from, right? And Adam, what the fuck? He was a comedian, great comedian. Adam Coley, it'll come to me. But here's the thing. He used to do this show called Loveline, right? Teens and people would call in, oh my God, it's cheating me, this girl's doing this stuff, and whatever, and he would give like therapeutic kind of, advice. Adam Carolla, thank you, Fingerman. Oh, welcome. And this guy seemed to be very level-headed for a long time. Adam Carolla, yes, thank you, sir. Caroli, what was I thinking? What was that movie he had when he was the boxer? And he used to box. He's got a fucking mean right hand. But anyway, so I used to listen to this show all the time. Right? Very open, very upfront. It went on for years, probably a decade or two, maybe, that I know of. But during when Fluvid came out, FLUVID -19 came out, I was just like, there was really not too many people that were really questioning things. That's why I'm on my 6th YouTube channel. I got another 7th backup. But I was, right? Jimmy Dore wasn't there yet either. In February, March, April, he wasn't even close to where I was. Where I go is like I tell everybody, I don't just go down the rabbit hole. Rabbit holes is stupid. There's an abyss of fucking information. The Marianas Trench. It's gigantic. There's so much shit happening down there. And a lot of people can't get down that far. You know, I used to snorkel in Hawaii. I can probably go down about 45, 50 feet. There's a way you do it. Just blow in your nose and it pressurizes your ears. You can keep going even further. But anyway, so I used to go snorkeling and spearfishing and stuff like that. So I go down pretty deep. But we're talking deep. We're talking the abyss, which a lot of people don't want to go. So these people out there, these Americans or whoever on the globe, planet, whatever country you're fucking from, once you give them that, you might want to check into if that's safe for you. You might want to check, can I give you a little, no, you're a Trumper. No, you're a racist. No, you're a pedophile. No, just boom, 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 boom. Just crazy. And I'm trying to fucking figure out why that happens, which I kind of do. There's a little ego thing we have in our bodies. Look, I know all about that. I'm just telling you. But there's also this little thing called pride, right? Oh, no way. I graduated from this college. I graduated from that college, right? I am a fucking physician. I am an attorney. I'm an engineer. I'm a principal of a high school or administrator or whatever, mayor, whatever your fucking title is, plumber, whatever, electrician, whatever. But all of a sudden, you've hurt their ego. You've all of a sudden a little thing in their mind goes, it's right there. Right, whether it's in regards to Donald Trump, the vaccines, whether it's in regards to even 9/11. There's a lot of things that people bring up. If somebody, I've heard there have been people that have brought up, 9/11, how the terrorists attacked us and all that stuff, and then I'll go, hey, have you heard of Building 7 by any chance? And what are you? What are you, like a terrorist now or something, bro? What are you talking about? That happened. And I go, I'm just saying, look it up, because it came down a few hours later all by itself, almost a half a mile away. I'm like, what? All of a sudden, oh, you're a Trumper. You're a fucking, you're a homophobe, you're a racist, you're white, and I'm not white, I'm fucking Polynesian. If anybody's not white, it's me, right? Shit, but anyway. So there's that little spot, and I've gotten from family and friends that will say, so why? They won't even say why. They'll just immediately attack you. There was a guy on Facebook. I said, just look something up. And he goes, well, you're a dumb shit. I've never called the guy a name or a word or anything. I was just pointing something out. All of a sudden you're an idiot. And I just told him, hey, just keep taking those boosters. That's what I say back to him. Because he's gone. They're gone. You're gone. That's the problem. You don't know it yet, but you're gone. Mary, Roger, Nancy, Alpha, mRNA. And I brought it up a bazillion times on the show. And I tell you, hey, this stuff is not what you think it is, or what they're telling you it is. Something a little different. And I brought, now Dr. Drew has had a lot of guests on his show explaining this. In the past, I would say 6 to 8 months, Dr. Drew, who used to be on K-Rock in Los Angeles, has a pretty big following of people, and he's created a few enemies that go, they do go, oh, not going to listen to you. You're a Trumper now, you know. And and he's exposed a lot of interesting information. I won't even talk about it because I have to be sensitive and talking code on my show because I've been targeted a long time ago. Right? Remember they used to have the false 12 or just people, they say, oh, you shouldn't listen to those people. Well, we found out all those freaking people were right. I don't know their names. I know one of them was Dr. Malone, of course, who I think is kind of a pawn in the entire scheme, it seems like at times. McCullough wasn't there yet. But there's a lot of people, and they've taken down and demonetized a lot of people. Russell Brand gets it. Russell Brand talks in code too now. It's just fucking crazy. So the interesting thing is, I can't tell you exactly, specifically to the T what I'm talking about. I can't explain. I have to speak in a code. Yep, Joseph McQuilla. Yeah, thank you very much. Top of the list. Yeah, what was the name of the list? I want to look that up. I had it on a couple of my shows. If you go to there's a link in Odyssey that I have. Odyssey is some of my old shows that I was able to save before they started taking me down. I haven't put a show on Odyssey in a while because I'm getting the algorithm and the codes correctly. But there was just a lot of people. And some of these people are gone now. They committed suicide. Or something happened. I mean, this is... and there you have it. I can always kind of tell when if somebody's watching or paying attention to me, they go, oh, you know what, that fucking guy is just nuts. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Well, let me show you. I'm going to show you what I don't know what I'm talking about. Right? Let's just go to this first, and I'll just show you this. Right? Prime Hydration Company is being sued for high levels of forever chemicals found in their drinks. Prime. And that's been out for, I don't know, a few years now. Maybe 5 years. This stuff is just deadly. Forever chemicals. It's real. It's real. Yeah, but let me take you to here too, real quick. Okay, I'm going to show you where to go. Right. Hopefully it'll come up. Sometimes it doesn't come up in my... Oh, there we go. This beautiful and wonderful website that I'm still working on. I'm still kind of messing with it. But I think it kind of tells you a lot, like right there. Right? That's a good one. But if you go in it, let's make sure you can see it here. Yeah. Get the kind of the whole thing in here. I'm going to make sure you can get it. Right here, no thanks. I don't want to talk to anybody. So we're going to go to the blogs, right? And the first part of this, is this thing even working? Sometimes it takes a while. Yeah, and this is it. Right? This is it. This right here. And I have, just tons of fucking information in here. Started, there's me, my fat ass. I'm at the West Virginia Charleston Capitol, and I went out there a few times during 2021. And there it says, no vaccine mandates, no more masks, Let me see what that picture is. Yeah. Oh, I was bigger then, for sure. Ugh. Yeah, I wasn't doing anything. We were all locked in our homes. And I was going out. I had people flipping me off, and I had people fucking honking at me, giving me thumbs up. You could tell who was, voting for Biden and who wasn't, obviously. And some of the people that were flipping off were probably just Trumpers too at the time, to be honest. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Yep, leave our children alone, no more lockdowns, no more censorship, protect freedom of speech, and to peaceably assemble. I had the guy walks up. I was there like my first day. And this guy walks up, and he's the cop for the Capitol, right? And he goes, "What you got there?" And I showed it to him. He goes, "Okay." And he just nodded his head and he walked away. He gets it. He's probably seen tons of shit and crap in his time just being around these fucking criminals. And then you have fucking Jim Justice at the time, who's the governor there still, just a piece of trash. Him and his stupid dog telling everybody to go get fucking Kool-Aided. I'm like, what? This guy was such a... Get rid of him. And he's a Republican. There's a bunch of... both sides were fucking doing this shit. The whole fucking government was in on it. It's terrible. But that's part of the blog. Let me get back to it. Hang on. Oh, wait. Oh, what's going on here? There's all kinds of... yeah, there's some more stuff. Here's some more pictures. This says 2021 division of Pfizer pays out to healthcare providers and institutions. This is serious. I was able to grab this information. Nobody's ever seen this. Right? Look at this right here. New York Pfizer. This is total by payment type in 2020. $709 billion. General payments, $28 billion. This is just 2020 and one division of Pfizer. Payouts to healthcare providers and institutions, like the Mayo Clinic, right? Like what's that? Children's shit crap. All these just. It's big pharma, big hospital, big psychology, and big elderly care. Right? Big psychology is more of this woke crap. They make money off of that. It's interesting. People didn't even see this. This you won't find. You won't find that document anywhere. But you find it with me, and this is part of what got me down. And I would just get that information out there. And this, I don't know what date this was. God damn it. This was in 2021 too. This is Reuters. Biden voiced disappointment with the conservative majority court's decision to halt his administration's rule affecting businesses with at least 100 workers, saying it now is up to states and employers to decide whether to require workers to take the simple and effective step of getting blah-blahed. He was bummed out. Why? Right? And then right here, I have the link. If you ever want it, just go here. Would you have taken the Mary Roger Nancy Alpha experimental Blazibang Kool-Aid had you known it has about 1,200 adverse effects listed from it? These are all the effects. adverse, not meaning not good. 1,200. And they wouldn't release this. They wouldn't release this information until a judge. They wanted to release it 50 years from now, and then they tried to get it 75 years. Isn't that crazy? They wanted to hold on to it, and I knew this before fucking everybody. Right? They wanted to hold this information for 50 years, and then the judge came up and goes, no, you need to release it in January, I think in 2022, right? And then they started releasing more and more of the documents. And then what we found out is 1,200 adverse effects were listed for the fucking Kool-Aid, right? Isn't that crazy? Tell me that's not crazy. You think I'm crazy? Right? Oh, here's a list of all the during 2020, 2021, and parts of 2022, all these farms and plants and food sources were being destroyed. Put that out there. This is from July 15, 2020. This is only 1% reporting at the time. Whereas there's adverse events reporting used to be done by like 60, 70, 80% of the doctors in the United States, but they were told, let's go back to this picture. I'm going to go back to this picture. Okay, let's go back to this one. Not to. Now, why would they not? Why would a doctor not want to go look at that information? Huh? Can you figure that out? Right? Because they were paying them. They were saying don't. And then they were threatening them too. But don't go look at that information. Right? Don't go look at that information. You need to follow what Biden wants you to do. Right? Yeah. Let me see. Miscarriages. Look at that. Heart attacks. Myocarditis. Disabled. Life-threatening. Oh, shit. Right? And then right here at the top it says 29,635. That's only 1% reported. Yeah, there's so much more. Pfizer vaccine. Oh, opinion. This is This is June 29th, July 5th, 2022. Right? Pfizer Kool-Aid impairs your jizz count. Conspiracy theorists were right. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Right? Oh, what's this? Antibiotic been approved or licensed by U.S. FDA, but has been authorized for emergency use to Israel. 16 plus and over. Nuts. Fucking nuts. And then they wanted to give it to babies, which they did. This is when it really got crazy for these people. I gotta. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, okay. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can zoom in on this, because this is a good one right here. See if I can get bigger and bigger. See if I can get. No, we get small. Well, maybe. No. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. All right. Oh shit! God damn it! Damn nabbit! Hang on. I clicked it and it freaking crap. Hang on. I gotta go back to it and get back into it. Alright, here we go. Back in. Alright, just a second. So this happened October 12th, 2022, where they said this guy in the parliament comes out and asks the Pfizer executive. He goes, was this thing tested on preventing the transmission or spreading? Was the Pfizer Kool-Aid tested on stopping the transmission of the quote-unquote virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. Those are his exact words. Regarding the question around whether we knew about stopping immunization before it entered the market, no. And she laughs. Haha. These, we had to. That was her. That I just wrote verbatim what she was saying. What's sad, a few days later, a few days fucking later, the CDC panel voted 15-0 to add the COVID validation to the vaccine for children's program. Tomorrow they vote. Right? And they all voted yes to give this thing to children. This is the stuff I was saying. This is my channel's just got taken down. And I put that out. We took the Mary Roger Nancy. We're the Walking Dead. mRNA is the bioweapon, dumbass. Right? And it works, which is fine. These are zombies walking around. That was one of my memes. Just craziness. CDC natural immunity offers stronger protection against blovid than Kool-Aid during Delta wave. And they admitted it. And then read that. Used by those who, while I hope this will be the case, the scientific community does not know yet if it will reduce the transition. We know it doesn't. We just saw it. They just told us in 2022. I put this out in, it's November 2021. Isn't it? And then right here, this is CDC. This is from their own website. I grabbed. There's a rare risk of myocarditis and periodontitis associated with Mary Roger Nancy Alpha Kool-Aid vaccination, mostly among males 12 to 39 years old. It's crazy. That's just nuts. It's fucking nuts. Right? There's so much information I that's in here. I stopped putting stuff in there. I fucking just stopped. I was just like, I don't need any more information to prove to people what this genocidal bioweapon thing is doing. Right? I just stopped doing it. Like, what's this right here? Yeah, I want to see if this even works. I wonder what they said here. I'm curious what I got here. Some of the stuff I needed to be a little more detailed on what the fuck it was.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about the troubling trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Sorry. All right. That's a lot of power. You know? That is a ton of fucking money. That is a ton of fucking money. That is a ton of fucking money that operates these places. You know, and I'm putting the pieces together. You know, I'm a hunter gatherer, and I hunt. You know, my mom kind of is too because she's a licensed private investigator. And I've done a lot of cases with her. It was great to go out and find out what's really going on. It's kind of cool. And I've always had that instinct. And I kind of know where to look. There's a lot of places where you can go to get information that people don't even know. There's a lot of people that don't care. That's the problem. But the pedo-predator class and corporate governance, which corporate governance is all over the World Economic Forum's website, they praise that term. Type it in. Go to the website. Search corporate governance. It's everywhere. It's their base. The pedo-predator class corporate governance pay for and control mainstream media $1 billion. Bills, not you. Pay for and controls mainstream media with $1 billion, with billions of. I fucking wrote that wrong. Not you. So why in the fuck would they give a single fuck about you? All these. Look at this. All these $1 billion studios are paid for by them, by Pfizer, by the Enron, by Boeing, by Lockheed Martin. Right? They're not paid by you. They're paid by big nuclear, right? Chemical, Bayer, kind of Monsanto, all these fuckers. Dow Chemical. Man, it's and here I am. Always been in my room, always been in some little room. You know, just kind of telling it like it is, telling people, you know, what's going on, trying to just give you the information that I think will hopefully open your eyes to what's really going on out there. And it's hard to take it in. That's the thing. It's extremely difficult to put away all this indoctrination for, we've been indoctrinated for over a century. We haven't been taught really to critically think. That comes by, I think it's like happenstance. Maybe it's accidental, or you just kind of think, what am I doing now? I'm actually kind of researching stuff and figuring out that this doesn't make sense, and why would anybody fucking do that? Kind of thing. And then that's a critical thinking moment, which is good, right? And then you have people, maybe they're just more analytical, they need more information to process it, which is also a part of, just reasoning, logic, right? Because if a guy gets on the fucking news in front of the planet and goes, trust the science. If you don't trust the science or me, you're an idiot, or you shouldn't, But from what I know from science, wait, what does science say in the dictionary? Hang on. And this is my 1994 Webster's Dictionary that I like to have. I just bought it, by the way. I saw it at an old bookstore, and I go, things have changed. All right, let me just see. Let's just look up the word science. I just want to see what it used to say and what it says now. Okay, we're getting close. SC. No, I'm too far. Wait, I'm close. Hang on. Let me see. Scorch. HI. Oh, SIENCE. Duh. Okay, sorry. SISIC. Burr. There's a lot of SHs. Sorry. I'm cruising. I got time. If you got the Kool-Aid in, you probably don't have much time at all. Sorry. I tried to fucking tell you. I tried to tell as many people as possible. Alright. Here we go. Okay, am I doing that wrong? I was right the first time. What the fuck? Oh, I missed it. Sorry. What is happening here? It's not even in here. What the fuck? It's in here. This is just stupid. Let's just see. Scorch. No, I missed a page. Yeah, sorry. I was at the first time and I missed the page. I flipped over 2 pages at once. But anyway, so, okay. Here we go. I can read this so tiny. My glasses suck. Systematized knowledge derived from observation, study, etc. That's the first definition. Right? That's the common definition. A branch of knowledge, especially one that systematizes facts, principles, and methods as natural science, skill, or techniques. I like the first one. The first one makes sense. Systematized knowledge derived from observation, study, etc. That's science. It's systematized. It's a constant system. Derived from... Let's see if I can see it. If I can get it. I don't think I can get it here. Yeah. Let's see if it'll pick it up. It's in there. If I hold it still, you can see it. There it is. The bottom. Okay. Let's see what it says in Google. I'm curious. Aren't you curious what Google says it is? Because I am. Science definition. Systematic study of the structure and behavior of physical and natural world through observation, experimentation, and the testing of theories against the evidence obtained. Oh. Well, that makes sense too. Theories, testing, continuous. It doesn't stop. So Fauci turned it into a religious thing. Let's just get that straight. Man. Right? You have to believe in my science. Nobody else's. And that's how that worked. And everybody just fucking fell for it. Right? Let's see what else I got here. I got Children's Self-Defense. Got a lot of information out. What's this one? This one's pretty old. New York Post. What does the New York Post say? Questions no one has yet asked. Has yet to ask. Okay. Fucking dyslexia. What exactly human being used to obtain the sample culture to? Oh, the sequencing blueprint. Why, what facility intensity company specifically the genetic sequencing blueprint? Oh, these are some good questions. Stockholm syndrome is real. Yeah, that is. Ethical Doctors, The Last American Vagabond. You gotta watch that guy. He's got some good stuff. I'm gonna grab this link address and go here. Because Ryan Christensen came on my show when his got taken down. We had a really good conversation, me and Stevie with Red Economics. Yeah. Let me see person resigns over decision. Yes, she wouldn't do it. Reading this headline right here. She's like, no, I don't want to fucking do it. What are you, crazy? No, I don't want to do it. But yeah, because they had information about this that was bad. Yeah, they said, nope, I don't want to fucking do it. I want to fucking do it. Right? This was March 19th, 2021. Let's see what he's got now. April 22nd, about us contact donate, Bitcoin donations, Litecoin, Ethereum donations, subscriber. Top news. Here's where she. Oh, yeah, he was all over this. Yeah. Mainstream media claims skeptics media surveillance Trojan horse. Is not yet worth the illusion. Yeah, the whole warp speed thing. I got to tell you. I mean, our last hope is Trump. I mean, unless you guys want to get out and start to fucking do a 1 billion man march. But the only person that's going to possibly stop all this craziness is fucking Trump. But his biggest problem that I foresee is he just fucking won't say, look, Fauci fucking fooled me. He won't fucking say it. And he knows that's the case. Right? He knows that this fucking dude, where is he? He's down here somewhere. Nope, that this son of a bitch right here did it. Fooled him, played him. Right? And I've been telling people to do this since 2021. Right? The resignation doesn't do anything. This guy quitting doesn't do anything. Nobody's gone after him. Nothing. Rand Paul hasn't gotten anywhere. Nobody's done fucking thing. Right? But if you can put him in a felonious conviction, then everything can be exposed. Discovery can happen. And then most people aren't going to want to know what the fuck happened. They're not going to want to know. And that's really crazy. They're just not going to know. It's tough for people to listen to this. I know it. You want positive information, but I'm telling you, there's still some serious obstacles out there. Trump needs to fucking throw this guy under the bus. Like now. Hey, Jordan, how you doing, brother? Yeah, he needs to fucking go after this fucker. And then he tells everybody the person that actually created it was black. Dr. Kizimikia Kizzy Corbett led the research and development of the Kool-Aid thingamajigs that is manufactured by Moderna. PhD at microbiology and immunology, University of North Carolina, before joining NIH as his Vaccines Research Center as a Prestigious Fellow in 2014. Dr. Fancy Director of the National Institute of Infectious Disease and leading specialist in COVID-19. Dr. Corbett's contributions that the Kool-Aid that you're going to be taking was developed by an African American woman. He's just throwing blame somewhere else. Right? That's what he's doing. Click on the link. It's all right there. I got that. This is week 4 of 2021. I put in this information down here in the bottom right. Moderna was founded in 2010 by Derek Russell, Timothy Spencer, Kenneth Chi, Moderna had raised $2 billion in venture capital funding in 2013 capital partnerships with AstraZeneca. So Moderna and AstraZeneca created a partnership to develop treatments for, and then the company formed a partnership with Merck. That would be the wife of Joe Manchin in West Virginia to develop treatments in cancer in the 20s. Vertex Pharmaceutical Development Treatments for Cystic Fibrosis. Oh, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation committed to provide at least $20 million in grant funding to the company. Vertex Pharmaceutical. Who got that information? Who knew about that shit? This guy. Jim Doe tell you guys about that shit? Anybody tell you about that shit? This is Fauci's scapegoat. He's going to use this lady. He's going to fucking point the finger at everybody else but himself. Watch. God, I fucking hate being right sometimes. It's driving me crazy. Wait a week, media. But let's go back into there. That blog. All right, let's go up a little bit. I want to see if I've got something dated here. You guys remember Dr. Sherry Tenpenny? She was one of the 12. She's been in. Yeah. She has good information. Let's see if there's something in here with a date. Let me see if I got this. Hang on. Yeah, you want to go to the Last American Vagabond. That guy's got some fucking serious information. 3/11/21. Before Fluvid, Gates planned social media censorship of Kool-Aid safety advocates with Big Pharma. Yeah, he did. He set all this up. There are some people out there, look, I can keep going, but it's all right there. Just go to the website. You can see all that shit. You can fill your brain up with just a plethora of information. Wait, let me see if this is still here. Hang on. Copy link address. I'm curious. It's 11/17. Oh, wait, I gotta put it over here. Sorry, just a second. Paste. See if it comes up. Well, video not available. There's a bunch of those, man. A lot of those videos are not available anymore. Yeah. What about this one? Let's see if I got this one. See if this one comes up. Oh, wait. No, not available either. That's probably my second or third channel. My first channel. Yeah, let's see if this one. There's Science Academia's bot paid for. This one's. All this stuff is gone. You're not going to see any of these. For sure. For sure. Let me see.
People often ask me why I don't trust
Oh, okay.
doctors and
Oh, this
scientists.
chick's
So
ass.
allow me to explain. Reason number one. Beginning in the 1920s, tobacco companies sought to exploit the public's trust in medical professionals after a huge spike in lung cancer led people to express concerns over the dangers of smoking. The first cigarette company to use physicians in their ads was American Tobacco, maker of Lucky Strike. In 1930, it published an ad claiming 20,679 physicians agree that Luckies are less irritating on the throat. I guess the most important consensus here is the consensus that everybody likes money. Here's another good one. Give your throat a vacation. Smoke a fresh cigarette. Viceroys, filter the smoke. As your dentist, I would recommend Viceroys. Or what about this one? More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Damn, doctors were really stupid back then. I wonder what people are gonna say in 50 years about our doctors. Reason number two. In 1932, the U.S. Public Health Service and the CDC conducted a study on untreated syphilis in black men. A highly unethical study that's remembered today simply as the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. It initially involved 600 black men, 399 with syphilis, 201 without, all of which were not aware of their participation in the study. Researchers lied to the men and told them they were being treated for bad blood, but in truth, they didn't receive any treatment, not even after penicillin became the drug of choice to treat syphilis in 1947. Although initially projected to last 6 months, the study went on for 40 years and resulted in over 100 preventable deaths. What's more disturbing is local doctors were recruited and compensated to lie to the men and withhold treatment.
What? You're kidding me. Are you trying to say there was money involved here? Are you trying to say there was money involved? That these doctors took money, these physicians that were schooled at Yale and Brown and Columbia and all these places where they're having these fucking sideshows, distractions, which I totally for peace, but there's another reason they're doing this. We'll get into that maybe in the future. It's not important right now. Anyway, so you're trying to tell me that your doctor you've been going to for, I don't know, half of your life, most of your life, few months, whatever, is fucking not being honest? Are you trying to say? Because you would be surprised to know that they're still doing that to this day. You would be surprised to know, dumbfounded completely, to know that there are doctors and physicians and psychologists and medical, quote-unquote, professionals that are still being paid to push certain products and not to say certain things. If you don't think that's true, then let me show you this number again. Hold on. There it is. Right? Look at this fucking number. $28 billion. $709 billion. Just whatever. Just a gigantic sum of money. Doctor, why do you become a doctor? Well, do you want to help people or do you want to make a shit ton of money? Usually it's to help people, but then you got to pay off your student loans. Then you got a fellow nurse wife who fucking wants the best car and the best house, and then you're stuck with getting your kids to college. You're stuck in this place, you know. And I fucking had, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but I had a really brilliant doctor on my show before it got canceled, or community guidelined to death, basically. His name was Andrew Kaufman, and we had a really interesting conversation. He had already exposed the fact that this thing was never cultured. It was never, didn't go through the process of being completely and thoroughly, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm The word I'm looking for was, I'll find it here when I see the fucking picture. It was never, somebody probably has that thought in their heads. It's on my phone. Like verified. God damn it, where's that fucking... I know I got that picture in here. Oh, my collage sucks. I know. Whatever. Fuck. Yeah. If anybody wants to come on at some time and help me with all this shit, they're more than welcome to. I am looking for a female partner. You know, I enjoy having males on here, but for somebody long-term to come on and bring Monotalk to life, I am looking for somebody that's able to tell it like it is and just, you know, not fray and be up front and just lay it out there. You know, like, you know, somebody kind of honest. Somebody I used to know was like that. Was. But let me see. I don't think I have that fucking little. Where is it? We didn't fucking isolate. We didn't isolate. The thing the guy said, it was an interview, they never isolated it. They never isolated fluid. Fluid-19, fluid-19. They never isolated it. Right? And I was told by this brilliant doctor on my show, I was told by him that, where is he? He's in here. No, this is, I need to go further back than that. Shit. What the flip? Andrew Kaufman. Where is it? Oh, Dr. David Martin. Yes, Rainier Filmage. He's fucking good. What he told me on the show, which I thought was very intriguing. What the fuck is that? Man. Where the hell did it go? Wait a second here. Come on, man. Next name, big questions. Maybe some this one. He said they get stuck. These doctors just put themselves in a position that they're constantly trying to pay off everything. We used to have some people on here, man. We used to have some fucking conversations. Some big ones. I didn't move that. I know I got it somewhere. But it's in here somewhere. Was it that far back or ahead? Okay. No, right. Anyway. Where is it? I think I got a copy in here. Anyway. It was a great conversation. This is really strange. I don't know why I can't find this because I had it in here. Let me just see if I can... Andrew. I want to search my stuff. How do I search my stuff? Oh, there it is right here. Why? How did that pop up? Anyway. Okay, so we had a really good conversation here. Right? Let's see if I can play some of it.
People who are suffering, people who are ill. Obviously, you're in an exalted position in society, right? People take what you say very, very seriously. Right. And I take that responsibility very seriously, by the way, that I am very careful to carefully, check the information that I give out, that it's accurate. And if it's not, I'll say so, at the time. But I think, for these folks, now is a time when doctors are the heroes. We see even advertising campaigns saying, frontline heroes, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have that identity that you're, altruistic and helpful and important, and then you're being told that you're a hero and all this kind of stuff, and it all revolves around this dangerous illness, it's really easy to just buy into that because it makes you feel good about yourself. And I guarantee that none of those doctors who are saying that have actually read any of the scientific studies. There was one physician who really disagreed with me.
I can't play that because that's one of that got me taken down on my second or third channel. And that could probably take me down here because his voice just, YouTube hates it. YouTube fucking hates it. How many people? That's had 3,200 views. Right? And look where I am now. That's on Odyssey. When that was up on my fucking channel, when I talked to him, I had, I don't know, like in the first day, like 450 views, and then it got taken down. I mean, it was going quick. That probably, if it was still up on YouTube, probably would have gotten, because this is Odyssey, so YouTube would have been 10 times this amount, at the least. But they don't want people to know this shit. They don't want you to know what the fuck is going on. We didn't isolate the virus. We didn't isolate it. And he proved that they didn't. That it wasn't isolated. He proved it. I mean, what the fuck? Wait, can I close the... Yeah, I'm just going to jump out of here. Let's just go back to it. I want to check something else, though. I'm leaving in a second. But Saskatchewan, Justice Center. Deaths with Kool-Aid, mortality rate. This is what they were saying. Oh, I had a lot of good information on the PCR test. That really got me in trouble. The cycle thresholds, all this other shit that I was doing. You gotta watch. You have to look at this. Right? You gotta put this. You gotta see this. This is really good. Right? Death rate over 80. Look at that. Look at those numbers. Oh, they shut this site down. They took this page out, I think. Lou Rockwell. Hang on, what is this? This was good. Hang on. You gotta go to that blog. There's a ton of fucking information in there. Ton of information. March 24th, 2027. Fooled on. Oh, just read that. The numbers were exaggerated. So heavily. So fucking heavily. Go there. It's just crazy. What's this one? This is amazing. I mean, I have had so much information. Yeah, and this was proven. This right here was proven. Totally proven. Isn't that crazy? I mean, like, it was nuts. Oh, this is a good one. This Ronald B. Brown. And you guys got to get this. This is a good one. This is a study. This is his peer review, I believe. Public health lessons learned by biases on Blobin estimation. Yep. Yeah, he proved it. All this stuff was so solid. They scared everybody. They scare you. It's called, and I'll finish with this. You just go to the fucking, just go to Just go here. Just whatever you want to get, right? Oh, look, all the billionaires involved. Right? Well, look, this guy has control of all John Hopkins. It's everything. He's given $155 million to the CDC. Holy shit. You guys seeing that? What the fuck? Right? How is that even possible? So I knew what it was. Yeah, these fucking people. I swear to God. I knew what this thing was. Back in shit, man. What's the date on this? April 21st, 2021. That's when I knew what it was really about. It wasn't about money anymore. You want to know what it was about? I'm going to show you what it's about. And this is where you're going to go, oh, what are you talking about? This is it. And I'm going to leave with that. This is what it's about. They want to get rid of 2/3 of the planet and hoard the rest for themselves. That is the end game. There's no other conclusion. No other conclusion. Right? Naomi Wolf. God, I can't leave this topic alone. She was just on with, oh, here it is. Right here. Wait, no, not this one. But Naomi Wolf was just on Dr. Drew. As a matter of fact, I'll just find it for you. Dr. Drew, Dr. Drew, Dr. Drew. There he is right here. He's leading the way. And she says, right? There she is. This is 3 days ago. I just watched this 3 days ago.
Impaired according to billing codes in the time. And that post 2021, you saw this massive increase in billing codes related to women's reproductive harms and men's reproductive harms. So they found that menstrual disorders, and the code was 626, initially trended down from 2015 to 2019. But in 2021, which is when the vaccines were rolled out, that changed. And there was a huge bump upwards for that code. Menopausal and postmenopausal bleeding is another code, 627, and it increased in 2021 and 2022 dramatically. Menstrual disorders coding increased in 2021 and 2022. So did female infertility. This is a little maybe TMI, but there's a code 629, which is other disorders of female genital organs. And that also revealed a marked increase in diagnoses in 2021 and 2022. And this is so sad. The codes 632 and 634 are for missed, incomplete, or complete abortion, meaning miscarriages or spontaneous abortions, notably escalated after the uptake of the COVID vaccines in Ontario's population.
If you think that you are prematurely leaving the planet, then you probably have had some boosters. That's all I'm saying. Maybe one or two. plus the initial one. Yeah. There it is. That's what they want to do. And they're doing it. These numbers are getting worse and worse. It's really hard to keep up right now with how bad the numbers are getting. It's astrofucking-nomical at the rate of how bad the numbers are getting. And all the people are going away. And nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody's saying anything or doing anything. It's just really kind of crazy to me. All this stuff. Alright. I gotta get some, there's some numbers here. I think I got it. Hang on. Is this it? Alright. Is it in here? Once I get what I'm looking for, I'll let you know what's going on. And then I'm gone. And then I'm gone. Yeah. I'm in the wrong account. God damn it. Yeah. I'm in the wrong account. It's not going to be in here. No. Okay. The numbers are spiking. Everything's fucking spiking. It's really bad. It's just terrible. They're not going to show you those numbers. They don't want you to see that. How bad it's gotten. How bad it's getting. They're hiding them right now. They'll find out. Sadly, Trump can't. He's complicit to it, sadly, and people don't realize that. That's why he's not going to say anything. Because he's the one that started warp speed. Even though they fucking fooled him into it, I'm assuming. I don't think he's the guy that would fucking do this kind of trigger on people. He didn't know what this thing was going to do. And if he can prove that he didn't know, right? Oh, here it is. See, that's right there. And with that, this is real. It's getting worse. Right? I'm going to leave you all with this. Now we know why they named it the spike protein. Look at those. Spike in this, spike in that, spike in this, spike in that. Yeah. You know what? Biden wants you to have more of those. Trump at least said that it's up to you, even though he pushed it. But it's when Biden came in and let OSHA, because OSHA came in and mandated all their employees. Tyson mandated all their employees. They're all leaving now. Most of them are sick and gone. But these spikes and what you're seeing here aren't tiny. They're dramatically. These spikes are dramatically larger than what they've ever been. A spike means normally it's at 0, -5 or +5%. Right? Look at this one. Hypertension, 2,181 spike. Where did that start happening? I'm just saying. I mean, I keep saying Trump's got to fucking figure this out and come out and fucking say something, because this is getting bad. Because somebody in his fucking administration is going to say, I want to know the truth. Right? Could be MTG. Could be Tulsi Gabbard. Could be Vivek Ramaswamy. Could be anyone. Well, Vivek's kind of a big pharma guy, believe it or not. But he's got to come clean on this. I'm still going with him because he's the only thing we have against the New World Order. That's a totally different. That's the plan here, to get rid of all of us. And if he goes along with them, if he doesn't fucking make amends, penance, confession, then I think we're fucked, man. I don't know. There's really nothing. I don't know what else you guys can do. You guys want to, and I get it. I don't want death in Gaza or Palestine. I don't want any more death at all. Trump's even said it. I just want the killing to stop. Just for fuck's sakes. But part of this is him. Take the vaccine. Him and what the fuck, Bill O'Reilly. Did you take it? I took it. Did you take it? I took it. It works. It works. Right? I'm just saying. I know you... Look, if we know... This is what we do know. The base itself is saying if he doesn't get in, it's go time. The barrels will be tipped. And tea will be flowing out. If he gets in and he succumbs or doesn't do any swamp training and kind of did what he did last time, because he really didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Seriously, he's never, not a politician. But if it ends up kind of like he's just going with the flow kind of thing, then there are barrels of tea will be tipped over. His base has told him that. A lot of his constituents have said, look, it's either you fucking... But the only way he's going to do it, the only way that he's going to listen to his constituents, I'll tell you right now, because if it doesn't fucking happen, we're fucked. And I keep saying this. Let's see what this guy can do. Because we know Biden's all in on the internal demolition of our fucking nation. We know that. You can't not say that. I've got too much proof, too much information. I've got a whole fucking section on that. And I could debate anybody in a millisecond on any fucking of these topics that he is fucking doing a great job. What? You're fucking nuts. We're in like 1,000 wars right now. Inflation is crazy. Unemployment is nuts. People are suffering. People are... What is this? What is this shit? Fucking wake the fuck up. But I'm just going to tell you. He needs a majority. If Trump has the majority in the House and in the Senate, then he has no choice but to fucking take down the criminals. All of them, everywhere. That he will have that power to do it. Take down the criminals. Take down all the people that are pissed off at him and want him to go in jail. That all these people that for some reason all went to fucking Epstein Island. What the fuck does that say? The people that hate him the most are all these celebrities and high-profile politicians that all went to Epstein's Island. And if you know what Jeffrey Epstein did, or him and his manager Ghislaine Maxwell, you'll know what they were fucking about. which is one of the worst things that's happening in the fucking planet right now. It's trafficking, child, people, everything. These are sick fuckers out there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Trump has to have the majority in the House and the Senate. If it doesn't work out that way, then it's just veto, waste of our fucking time. And the shit's still going to roll downhill. And it's going to hit us in the fucking faces left and right. Thank you for listening. Aloha, aloha. Thank you for being on. Aloha, aloha. If you're out there, you want to be on here with me, please let me know. No problem. Let's hang out. Let's talk. Right? If you get stupid, or if you get personal, or if you start being derogatory or obscene, I've got a flush button on Zoom. Take care. Aloha. Goodbye.